Hi, this is Michelle with Michelle's Macarons, and today we're going to be making peppermint white chocolate macarons. So this one's going to be a quick one. It's a simple recipe, easy to make, and it's really good for the holidays. You can use any classic macaron shell recipe for this. I will link the recipe that I like, and I'm just using plain white shells for this. Let's get started. So we're going to start by melting the white chocolate because we're going to melt it and then we're going to put it into the filling. So we don't want it to be too hot when we put it in there or it'll melt the butter. And you don't want to do it too much ahead of time either because white chocolate cools really fast at room temperature usually. So we are just going to do it now, make the buttercream, and then pour that white chocolate in there. I have a pan with water in it and then I have this bowl on top. Now don't walk away from this. The white chocolate can seize up, so you want to keep this on low and just constantly be stirring it. Yes, keep an eye on that. Because if you do cook it too long or too high of a heat, you'll have clumpy white chocolate instead of smooth, and we want it smooth. So if that happens, if you're melting it and you walk away, which you shouldn't do, and you come back and you think it's still not melted, but it's just won't melt, it's probably kind of seized up and you might have to start over. See how that's starting to, I'm going to actually turn it off and I'm going to take it off the heat and let it just kind of get there on its own. Actually, I'm going to take it off this. Careful, that's hot. There, perfect. So that's melted. I'm going to set this aside. Because there's such a small amount, it's going to cool faster, so you kind of need to get going with the other stuff now. Now we're going to make the buttercream. So it's butter, powdered sugar, heavy cream, peppermint, vanilla extract, and then we will pour the white chocolate in here. So we've got 1 stick of butter, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract. Put this on, I'd start it on low, and then once it's incorporated, put it up to like high until it's really light. Yeah, that looks good. Just like any buttercream, fluffy, smooth. Now, this hasn't even been sitting out that long, probably 10 minutes, just however long it took to make the buttercream. And it's fine. We can put this in there. So I'm gonna pour this in here while it's going. So I'm gonna turn this on low. I'm gonna turn it on medium low because you don't want it to fling around the sides. And I'm gonna slowly pour this in. Okay, you can't really see from that, but I'm drizzling it in. There's really no good way to do this. You're gonna kind of just have to push it in there while you're doing it. Because if you've got one of these mixers, it won't totally drizzle in because the thing's in the way. But once you've got it all drizzled in, turn it up to high. Scrape down the sides and turn it up to high. Once it's all whipped, good texture, it's really light and fluffy, you're gonna put this in a piping bag to pipe out. Now we're going to make the drizzle, white chocolate drizzle that goes on top. Gonna turn this on low again. Same deal as the other, about 1 inch of water. This is kind of up to you how much you want to put on, how much of a drizzle you want on here. I'm going to start with 1/2 cup because I'm not going to make that many, but you could do 1 cup, 1/2 cup, 2 cups, but you're going to do 1 cup of white chocolate to 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Once it melts, just put your food coloring of choice in here. I like it when it's a light pinkish color because I don't like the stark red against the white for these peppermint ones, but if you like that, put in red. There we go, it's starting to melt a bit. Also, this is the same as before, but keep an eye on this. I try not to walk away from it because it can seize up and you don't want that. So once it gets just like, I'd go a little more than this, but you can still see some of the chips in there. That's when I would take it off. And use whatever white chocolate you like. This is my favorite flavor. These, 1/2 of these and 1/2 of the Ghirardelli. My favorite store-bought ones. But if you can get like nice chocolate chips online and you want to do that, use whatever you think. Those are just my favorite store-bought. So this is done. Now the food coloring, once again, use whatever food coloring you want. I just want mine to be a light pink for this. I don't like using like really red. So we're gonna add a couple drops of the food coloring. I'm probably gonna start with 1. Let's start with 1. Oh, I think that's nice. Maybe I'll do one more. Okay, that was 2 drops. I think this looks nice. Now we are going to assemble. This is a very easy recipe. Make sure when you're packaging these that either you don't package them anywhere close to the other ones, put them in a completely different box, or you individually package each one, because these will make all of the other flavors taste like them. So just pipe the filling we made inside of one of the shells. Put some parchment down before you drizzle them, or something, because if not, it'll stick to the pan or whatever you're doing, and if it drips down, the pieces breaking off, the white chocolate you have to break off, could break off part of the shell. All right, just start drizzling. It's a very simple recipe, but still really, really good and not too expensive to make. These are very popular around the holidays, so it's a good, easy holiday macaron. So if you're starting to sell your macarons or any home baked good and you don't know how to price it, I have a pricing course out now. So if you're interested in that, go to the link below. I'll put a link in the description and you can sign up there and you'll learn how to price everything, how to see what's in your overhead, what ingredients should be costing you, how much you should be charging for labor. We also go over profit markup and profit margin, which is incredibly important when you're running your business. So if that's something that you need to figure out how to do your prices, go to the link in the description. Okay, love you, bye.